Previously, on the Stars of Huzuz.
Beetle, you were in my dream too!
Can I mind link through the crystal?
From this ocean of deep night sky. You created all of this.
You're a fart.
I have a very sinking feeling that Lilith is here.
I don't know what I did to deserve this punishment.
I'm resolved to trust everything Charla says from now on.
What we're looking at here is a second Isle of Razim, except this time it's in the astral plane.
The cavern beneath the temple is someone who may be able to assist you in bringing you to the high desert. Hey, all you crazy kids, come on down. Take a seat by the fire. Gather round. It is time to continue our story of the Stars of Huzuz. My name is Ben the DM. We are the Troubadourks. We're so glad you're back for more. Please make sure you visit that description below. Make sure you're caught up on our Instagram, our Discord. Lots of great additional content coming out there all the time, including awesome original artwork and lots of other great bonus things related to the campaign. Let's meet our adventuring party.
I'm Emily Blair and I play Sir Reginald Wellington III.
I'm Ashley Marie Robillard, and I'm also Selene Nightshade.
My name is Jessie, and I play Charla.
I'm Allie Haas, and I play Beetle.
I am Philippe L'Esperance. I am playing Gilbert Heatherington.
I am Jacob O'Shea, and I play Billowby Fiddlefern.
My name is Tom Lynch, and I play Kailu Yingwye Gwestedir.
And without further ado, Arnhard, Alright, excellent. So you all make your way out of the temple, back towards the Stairs of Serenity, which will start to lead down as they sort of follow a lot of the curvature of the cliffs, close enough to part of the waterfall, not so far from where you found some of that coral leaf originally, Billowby, on the climb up. You see there is a way you could climb off of the staircase, and it's a bit treacherous and will take some acrobatics or athletics to get onto the rocks and under the waterfall.
Reggie is once again in the back assisting everyone who needs it and wants it.
Selene will be towards the front because I have a lot of dark vision for in the cave.
Could I, mold earth some of this to make little stairs?
I don't see why not.
Great, I'm gonna do that. And then some of them I'm gonna add colors to when, people step on them. You know what I'm talking about.
The piano stairs?
The piano stair. This kid gets it.
Kai is just going to follow Beetle.
Yeah, if you wanted to do that, Beetle, this is a totally legitimate use of the cantrip Mold Earth, where you can reshape rock, certainly, to something that's less treacherous. That will lower the DC for everyone pretty dramatically.
Fantastic.
Okay.
We love that.
Amazing.
No rolling dice.
That's why you take mold earth, kiddos.
Because we're all gonna die.
That's right.
As it gets closer to the waterfall, it's still a little bit tricky. So I will have everyone roll either an athletics or an acrobatics to traverse down and under through the waterfall.
Nat 20!
Nice.
I'm so acrobatic.
21!
Nice. Fuck yeah.
Oh, shit. 4.
I got a 17.
Gilbert, do you want me to help you over? I can give you a help action.
I might, maybe.
Gilbert, slips and loses his footing a little bit on the slippery rocks, and then just, a fucking badass gauntleted hand pushes through the waterfall and grabs you.
12!
12 is just enough for you to catch his hand so that he doesn't fall on these rocks or down or further.
Oh, God.
Okay.
We're just struggling on these rocks.
Oh, thanks, Reggie. That wouldn't have been fun.
19.
12.
Thank goodness that Beetle did what he did. You can hoist up your robes and traverse safely.
It's really slippery.
I got a 14.
See, Billowby, even God told me it was the right thing to do.
The goddess never said anything. Who are you talking about?
You can't hear that voice all the time?
Yeah, so all of you do indeed make your way safely under the waterfall of this very powerful, it's not the girth of the waterfall that's falling down on you. It's kind of a little side part that eventually meets up with the whole river. But you do make your way through under this water. You're all probably pretty soaked now into this cavern that was described to you.
I cast Prestidigitation.
Of course you do.
All of a sudden the wind just comes in and just and then all of a sudden I'm just dry.
Oh.
Sorry.
Whose dog is that?
It's Shara Kala Khan. She forgot something.
Selene, it sounded like you were... How about you roll a perception as you are the first to make your way into this cavern?
Okay.
While she's doing that, Tom, can you prestidigitation Reggie as well with the wind?
All of a sudden, Reggie just feels like a huge burst of wind, and then his armor is just glinting.
It's slow motion, and he like does the Fabio in the wind thing. He's like flicking his hair and
Just little anime shimmer, shimmer, shimmer.
Yes.
Blow dryer.
and like now he's like literally sparkling.
Like a virgin.
Thank you.
17 again.
With your sure-footedness and you leading the way in here, Selene, you make out also with your great dark vision. You can see that nestled back on the edge of this cave, kind of precariously stood on the rocks, is this weird little dark tent.
Oh, it's like one of those fucking people who like attach the little like hanging hammock to the side of a fucking cliff and they sleep on it. Those extreme campers. Ugh.
And this is like the end of a cave. There's no other sort of paths out. It's like this is the spot.
Yeah, if you were to get closer, you could either like continue to edge around the edge of this, or you could sort of swim across if you wanted to jump into this pool in the middle here.
Cool.
Can I investigate the pool, see what it looks like? Does it look pretty murky?
I am also going to tell everybody that I see this tent thing. Person.
Thank you,
Thank
my
Thank you.
lady.
Thank you.
For all of us without our
Nicely spotted.
excellent vision.
So, rolled a 6. Guys is not doing well. Another dice jail.
You're not having a lot of fun in this wet, damp, dark cave. It's not really where you like to spend time, so you don't notice a whole lot about the water besides the fact that it's wet.
You have a lot of flowing robes, you know.
Man, he's such a noble.
Hell yeah, man.
Ben, just to confirm, we're in a dark, damp place, correct?
Yes.
What kind of mushrooms does Billowby find?
How about you roll a nature?
All right.
Slimy ones.
Dirty 20.
Ooh.
Yeah, you'd have to maybe leave this main mouth of the cavern a little bit, but if you go into some of the places where there's a little bit more like still water, the funkier smelling little nooks and crannies of this cavern, you can probably find some types of mushrooms. Not a thing that's easy to find in this region. So you tell me what kind of mushrooms might be found in an area like this.
That is an excellent question.
Mushroom facts.
I imagine since we're underneath the waterfall, these mushrooms have caps that have kind of come down and are drooping incredibly limp. Even once they're picked, they're going to remain wet for quite some time. You know, damp to the touch, moist. They're not.
Stop winking. Stop winking. Emily's just been winking this entire fucking time.
I can't help it.
So moist.
Oh my god.
Remained wet after plucked.
Nice and limp.
Billowby isn't allowed to talk about the mushrooms that we find anymore.
Yeah, Billowby's just describing these out loud and we're all like, please stop. Please stop.
Let's just say, for fun, they have to be grown underneath a waterfall. They take on some of the attributes of the environment which they're grown in, and we'll figure out later.
Love it.
That's cool.
Scientific names only, Jacob.
Let me pull up my mushroom name generator, Jess, and I'll get back to you. All right.
There you go. Yeah, do your research, says me, who has never done research in her life for any of her character.
We need to make a mycelium encyclopedia.
Roll a d12 for how many of these you collect.
Sure. 5.
Very good.
Nice.
Yeah.
So we either have two options. We can either swim across or we can push ourselves forward. How well can we see? Is it like very, very dark in the corners and some natural light?
So if you have dark vision, you could see across the cavern and see where Selene is pointing.
I don't have dark vision.
And if you can't, it's like, shit, you can see the light behind you, where you just came in the mouth of the cave.
Yeah, can Billowby take a look and see if he can ascertain whether there's a current or anything going on down there? How hazardous is this water going to be to navigate?
It looks like this pool is, though it obviously meets up with the waterfall, it's wide enough that it's pretty calm in the center of it, but you could probably just swim across it if you were a decent swimmer.
All right, so who's going first?
While people are doing that, Reggie's just gonna go, hello! Yoo-hoo!
Hello.
Yoo-hoo, big summer blowout.
Beetle absolutely refuses to get in the water. So I'm going to sidle along the edge.
Reggie's also gonna sidle along the edge because he just got nice blow-dried hairstyle. So
It's true. His hair got a blowout, so he doesn't want to ruin it.
his hair is looking remarkable.
Oh yeah, we never. I don't think anyone ever asked when your dad called you Huzuz's most handsome knight 3 years running. Like
Yes.
that's something we just skirted around and never brought up again. And I, Allie, am so curious.
I was going to say, it brought up the topic of there is a handsome knight contest, and Reggie has been the winner for 3 years.
It's like Times, or the People magazine, sexiest person of the year, but
it's no big deal.
It's nothing really. It's not really that important.
It's nothing except it's everything.
Shall we?
If I lose next year, I'm gonna die.
I'm happy to pass my crown. I don't want that.
That's what Reggie's letter was about. When we were writing letters, Reggie was writing a letter to the committee saying, if I'm late for the competition this year, do not do it.
Reggie was writing a letter that said, lose my address. I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Please unsubscribe me from this.
Leave me alone.
All right. I think some are swimming, some are sidling.
I have dark vision as well. Do I see how much landing space there is? Is there a way to get my footing? Or bear my footing, because your boy ain't that athletic.
There's not even much of a landing. The way that the tent is, where it's standing, is just kind of awkwardly precarious. Why would anyone ever put any kind of structure on this weird little jutting out of rocks? How it's even there and serving a function is kind of odd looking.
Is it magical? I'm gonna go look. I'm gonna go find out.
I'll come with you. Hello? Is anyone home? I'm gonna investigate it. I got a 16.
Yeah, with a 16, it looks like it perhaps is just large enough. There perhaps could be someone inside, even though, you can't really lay down in it. It's just kind of maybe someone's just standing in there.
It's a freaking TARDIS.
Kind of a weird little building.
All right. Interesting. I'm going to go knock upon this door. Hello? Anyone home? Knock, knock, knock.
Avon calling.
Yeah, the kind of strange leathery door flaps as you sort of try to knock. It's not really, a hard surface to get a good sound from. But after a moment, indeed, a head will just poke out of the door.
Oh my god!
You'll see this hooded figure with kind of a grotesque face. Its flesh is kind of pulled back against its skull.
Oh, I don't like that.
Oh, hey, buddy.
Its little beady eyes stare at you, Reggie.
Oh, I hate it. I can't look at it. I can't even look at it.
It's a little bit frightening to behold.
Very skeletal.
Since you're right there, Reggie, how about a little wisdom save to see if...
No.
Reggie,
God damn it. Now one!
Oh, Reggie the Wise.
Reggie's so polite.
You fall back into the pool of water in your full plate mail.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, no.
No, your hair.
My hair!
And start sinking to the bottom if you're in plate mail.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit!
No.
I don't think I'm going to be much help here. One of the bigger folk, maybe?
Someone do something.
I mean, Celine's going to, even though she has no strength. Does a 15 retch Reggie out of the water?
So Kai casts Alter Self, and he casts Skills, and grows web feet again, and all in webbed hands, and he dives in to go after Reggie to, try and help him up.
Selene, you're the first in, and you're trying to, pull... 15 is decent, but a full plate mail underwater...
She's not strong.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So you're starting to pull, and we'll say, because you just burnt that slot, you're able to jump in easily, Kai, and Little Mermaid saving Prince Eric style.
Hell yeah.
Bring him to the rocky shore where you can hoist him up easily.
Are you all right, Reggie?
As that was all happening, just pure chaos, Beetle's just gonna kind of look up at the guy who's just posed
Hey, how's it going? This is a pretty average day for us.
Standard.
Sorry. It's all right. He's fine.
Oh, my.
Hi, sorry, Aslan... God, cough it up. I'm hitting the back of the plate. You're doing great. Sorry, Aslan sent us. I assume you're the one we're supposed to be speaking to about crossing to the desert?
You will hear some clicking
Oh, no.
I hate it.
Does anyone speak Infernal?
Nope.
No.
Oh shit! Wait 1 second. I think I have something for this.
I cast comprehend languages. I'm gonna burn.
I was about to do the same thing.
Kai's just like, nope, none of
Kai
that.
has already burnt 2 spell slots right now.
Hey, man.
Yeah, it's fine.
Because I speak Infernal, can I ask, or can I respond to him?
Yeah, so we'll say that you do you do get to cast this Kai, but before you cast it, only Gilbert, who understands Infernal, will understand. I have that effect a lot on people.
Oh, no.
Reggie's wringing out his hair.
I don't get it, bro. You're a catch. You look great.
Oh, my goodness.
Why, thank you. What are you doing here?
Our big wolfy friend Asglin, she just told us to come down here and said you could take us to the desert.
Is all everybody else hearing right now just...
Yeah.
This creature can also communicate telepathically.
Spooky.
Convenient.
So you will all hear in your minds.
Spooky, scary skeleton.
Hell yeah.
Welcome to my little cave. What are you doing here?
I love this guy. I feel a weird kinship to this dude.
Reggie is incredibly distressful and slowly backs away.
We're trying to get to the high desert to find some stuff.
We're trying to pass over the Suk Bay.
You need a ride.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, Master Kalkan said you might be able to help.
We've met him before, right?
Charla, roll a history.
Fuck.
Yeah, Charles the only one who would know.
Ashley is like,
Yes, we know him.
Yeah,
I've done this, right?
we've done this.
12.
You meet a lot of people.
I know. I meet so many people. I cannot be expected to remember all of the people that I meet.
Man.
See, don't take it personally, Kai.
You need a ride?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Oh, what did you bring for payment?
Well, we weren't really sure what you like.
Run me through your payment system again.
What do you got?
I've got some coffee grounds.
We have some gold.
How much gold?
I don't have any gold. I don't know what he's talking about.
I've got a set of fine clothes.
5 pieces of gold.
I could give you maybe 20 pieces of gold.
I have some fun bracelets that I don't know how to get off.
2 hooded lanterns.
I don't know if you are a gift person or an experiences person.
What's your love language?
What experience can you give?
7 minutes in heaven with Beetle.
If you're an experiences person, I'd be happy to offer you one of the dances of Eliestre.
Ooh.
He will see Gilbert and say, I'll take those, as he lifted up his wrists.
I don't know how to get them off, so that's on you.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're a feature of the person right now.
It's sort of like a package deal.
Yeah. Do you know how to get them off?
I'll take the boy, too.
Oh,
No.
No.
Sorry, he's with us.
I can't stress how much I don't vibe with what you just
That's
said.
the creepiest thing, and I know creepy. Buddy, you can't say that kind of stuff.
You know it's bad when Beetle's like, absolutely not.
We're boys, but not that much yet. We gotta build up to that.
Oh, God. Gilbert, no. No, you can't just trust No.
Wait, how old are you now, Gilbert?
I'm just saying we're boys. We hit it off good, but not yet. No. I'll hang out some other time, but not right now. But if you can get these off, you can have them.
What do you want other than this?
The boy.
Boy.
I mean, taking off the bracelets isn't a bad thing, is it?
Well, we don't know what's inside of
We
those.
can cut his hands off.
Do we want to be giving a random infernal creature access to these potentially magical...
Oh, yeah, potentially a star goddess. Yeah, we don't know which one is in which.
Mhm.
I don't need the whole boy. You can just cut off his arms.
I said that. That was my suggestion.
Good idea. Don't I know you from somewhere?
You look familiar to me, but I've tried to suppress that memory, clearly because of your face.
I've just got one of those faces.
Oh,
You really
God,
do.
the worst.
No. You,
Ugh.
okay.
I got a star larva.
What's that?
Let me see it.
A star lava?
I don't really know.
But they definitely look like the little thingies from James and the Giant Peach.
There's more magic in them things than all the rest of the world put together.
So like grubs?
I didn't give back my flying carpet. You want that?
You still have your...
Charla coming through.
Charla's just been floating on the flying carpet the whole time.
I kept it.
Charla, we gave back our flying carpets in session 0. It was something we rolled on.
No, I didn't.
You were like, I wasn't there for that.
I wasn't there for that. You can't tell me I gave it back if I wasn't there.
Charla, you can roll right now I guess just a flat D20. If you get a 16 or higher, then yeah, you still have your flying carpet. No one ever asked for yours back.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Charlie turned into a bush at the time.
17?
Hey!
No fucking
She's
way.
got her carpet.
That's our rogue, baby. That's our rogue.
I'll take the carpet.
No! No, take the boy!
Take the boy.
Leave the carpet, take the boy.
Fuck. I'm just gonna fly slightly out of reach. Be like, I've changed my mind. I'm gonna keep it.
Oh my god.
We can't sell the boy.
Charla.
If he ends up cutting my arms off because of this, I will get you.
We're not gonna cut your arms off.
We're not going to cut your arms off, Gilbert.
You innocent child.
You know, we could get you another one. People, they literally just gave us those. Maybe if we, save the world, you'll get your pick.
Nah.
How about this, Charla? I am incredibly wealthy. I will get you an upgraded flying carpet when we return in one piece. Your pick of color, size, speed, all the bits and bobs and features.
The cool design.
Yeah.
Tassels.
Yeah.
Extra tassels.
Extra tassels, if you wish.
It's just one big tassel that you hold onto like a bell.
Just tassels.
Like the latest model, fully equipped.
I heard of that rug store, Just Tassels. It's a great
Just
place to go.
tassels opened up.
Just tassels.
Well, what'll it be?
Charla.
Charla, shall we have a shopping trip soon?
He's a knight. He can't lie.
Yes, but I can.
Are you saying you've lied to us before?
Nope. Never, not once.
Charla.
Fine. You can have it, and I will.
Excellent.
Billowby, how dare you accuse her of deception?
I will be bought another one.
You're the best out of all of us, Charla.
You're alright.
Our most honest companion.
You should get that agreement in writing.
Indeed. Anyway, good sir, here's your rug, and he's stepping as far away from him as possible. Just putting it as far away from him as possible.
It accidentally unrolls.
And I'll just click at him and be like, there you go, bro.
In his language.
Yeah.
He'll say, just to you, we can talk about those bracers another time.
Tom, you understand this conversation, right? Kai did cast understand languages?
Yep.
Okay.
I was hearing every word.
He'll say, you know the name of the place?
It was the Oasis.
The Oasis of Jamal.
Jamal Oasis?
I just gave you my magic flying carpet. You better tell me the way there, what's happening, and what's gonna be waiting for me when I get there.
Oh, we'll get there all right.
Jamal Oasis.
Good. He will, he'll say, get ready. And then he will go back in his tent and disappear from view. And then you'll see under the part of the waterfall, you'll hear something coming down it. Clunk, clunk, clunk. This boat descends the rocky waterfall and splashes into the water. And he is actually already in his vessel, his Merenoloth lair. And he'll say, hop in.
How did he get from... Wait.
Fucking cool, man.
What the fuck was
What a
that?
All right.
badass.
Wow.
That's a cool trick.
Alrighty.
I get into the boat.
The boat is passing by, so...
Yep.
I'll hop in. I'll try to hop in.
Everybody roll athletics.
A little DC 10 hop from everyone. Athletics or acrobatics.
I literally got 10.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, 20, so it becomes a 26.
15 for Kai.
Fucking blade landing.
18.
11.
19.
20, not 20.
Nice.
That's what I'm talking about.
Does anyone need assistance? Because I got a net 20.
I think we all got about
we
10.
all cleared it.
potentially help people.
I think we're all hopped in.
We did?
Billowby had to take a running start. Like a heavy one.
The boat will make its way towards the mouth of the cave, towards the great waterfall that descends towards the cliffs of Kor. And just as it's about to pass into the daylight through the water, the boatman will say, "Hold on."
Oh, no.
And suddenly...
Beetle puts his hands up. Like it's alright.
Well, I'm certainly happy I didn't waste a spell to get dry earlier.
And suddenly, just before you pass under the water, a large orb of wind surrounds the boat. And suddenly you move much faster and accelerate with this big orb of air around you. And you go out, down the waterfall, all the way down to the base of the cliffs of Kor, and you very gracefully start joining up with the river at the bottom, and suddenly you are cruising down the Al Sarif River in the Huzuz region. The town of Kor. Yeah. You'll pass the hilltop where the few of you met the first night of our last adventure, met Professor Zobeida. That's this hilltop over here.
My old house is down there.
Oh, fascinating.
You'll pass eventually the great golden city of Huzuz and make your way into the Souk Bay out of the Huzuz region.
Oh shit, here we go!
How fast are we going?
Much faster than a normal boat. So you'll probably knock a couple of hours off of the time that a normal boat would take to cross the river.
Sweet.
Only costs us a carpet.
Would you say that there is a bracing wind going across the ship?
That would let his hair billow majestically.
Oh, certainly.
It's all about the man's hair.
Reggie gets a little brush out and starts like brushing his hair and just standing on the front.
Some twigs and things are falling out of Billowby's beard as it's being blown back in a really unflattering manner.
Yeah, he's just standing on the front of the ship, just like...
Excellent.
Very cinematically.
Yeah, Beetle a bit like Mike Wazowski, also trying to like mimic the stance, but like his 3 hairs are just sort of blowing all over the place.
Amazing.
Just sitting in the back of the boat.
And you will indeed enter out into the great sprawling Souk Bay.
Cool. Suck it.
Take my time to attune to the Wheel of Stars.
Beetle is just gonna click and clack at our boatman, not knowing how to talk to him.
Selene would be reflecting on the work she's done as an ambassador so far and would be trying to remember if she's either traveled anywhere near these areas before or if she knows anything of significance about the areas they're traveling to. Or through even.
How about a history?
History. Ow. Heavy ass dice. 18?
Yeah, I'd say perhaps you probably haven't explored the high desert itself. It's not densely populated. There aren't a whole lot of large civilizations and therefore not a lot of like cultures for you to do your mission and outreach work for. You've probably been to whatever this city is on the other side of the bay that's a little bit south, Maghrib, but that's a little bit out of your way. You know, they probably have their own religious education system, so maybe you've done some studying over there, but you haven't done mission work proper in the high desert. You would maybe continue to know some other things about larger cities on this side of the continent if you continued to be interested in that.
Yeah, I think that would be something of interest.
All right. I will say one thing, which is way on the other side of this side of the continent. That is the kingdom of Gwestedir.
Oh, okay.
And you've recently made a friend who is of royalty of that city, and that is Kai.
Cool.
So we're not close to his home, but you're technically heading to the side of the bay where his city is.
Can Reggie do a history check on just this region?
Sure.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Do it up.
16.
That's right, Reggie.
Reggie, book reader.
Yeah. Reggie nerd.
I would say Reggie, Selene is definitely like well-traveled. Like mission work has brought her out of Huzuz for years at a time. I don't know how much of that you've actually done.
Basically none.
Yeah, so...
all book learning.
So you know a lot in books. You probably did have to study this at one point in your schooling. You don't know where you're headed right now. This oasis, again, is, in this remote part of the high desert. Kind of a dangerous place to be traveling. It doesn't have a whole lot of society or civilization. I'll say maybe perhaps both you and Selene with your role know that there are lots of different tribes, nomadic tribes that kind of make up the predominant part of the civilization in the high desert. And if you remember, Asglin said that Najib is the leader of the House of the Lion. That's one of these tribes.
Yeah, fun. I tell everyone this.
Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating, Reggie.
Indeed, isn't it? History.
I love your stories.
Why, thank you. I love your stories too, Beetle.
Oh.
I'm literally just describing to Reggie the specifications of the new flying carpet that you owe me.
Literally, like, a pen and paper is out, like, schematics. Like, this is the design I want. I want it monogrammed. Charla.
This color.
I'm asking the boatman if I can drive.
Yeah, this boatman is fucking sick.
I love this guy.
Yeah.
Kaya's just like looking out, and like his hair is just like blowing in the wind with some braids like underneath.
I also have the deck of many illusions or something.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the illusions.
Yeah.
Dude, can you attune to that?
Oh yeah, I am absolutely getting to know it.
Getting to know you.
I think we should open the Gollum book.
Kaya's not willing to risk it yet.
So Billowby was going to approach Selene, but seeing that she's busy and otherwise occupied, is actually going to leave her alone instead and try and start to make a plan for the cultivation and use of these mushrooms that he's just found.
Amazing.
I'm just going to attune more to the book. Look, going to nerd out and read.
Get some hours in with the book.
Yeah,
Okay,
some
so
hours
we'll
in.
say you got 1 in last night. After this, we'll say you're at like 5 hours.
5 out of 100. Let's go.
So, well, yeah, I mean, like, Kai, what's your deal, man? Like, what's your favorite color, and what's, like, a memory from your childhood that still makes you cry?
Kai just looks at Beetle and is just like, my favorite color is blue.
Oh, nice one.
And I don't remember the last time I cried, actually.
Oh, buddy, that's so sad.
And Beetle will go over and like try and hug Kai. Be like,
It's okay, buddy. It's okay.
And tears come to your eyes because of the stench coming off of Beetle.
yeah, exactly.
Kai just like
is sheer.
tries to pry Beetle away with his like ash staff. Wait, a little bit farther away.
Oh, yes, pardon me. I forgot you're not allowed to touch royalty. I never know the rules, Reggie. We really gotta get me into a camp or like a class or something.
Yes, perhaps when we get back, we can enroll you in Knightsbridge Academy for Knights. that would be rather interesting. I think you would learn a lot.
The spin-off the world
Sir
needs.
Beetle.
Beetle at school. Beetle at university trying to be a knight. Oh, what a world
That'd be
that
Sir
would
Beetle,
be.
actually.
They have different schools, so like I went to Knightsbridge Academy for prestigious knights, and then you could go to for the excellent sorcery or wizardry or druidism. Those are the hippies, though. They play outside of Huzuz in the fields.
Those are the hippies.
I love playing outside of Huzuz in the fields.
So you should. I don't know. I'm happy to talk to you about it, or if you are interested in enrolling, you can shadow me for a day as I go back.
But only if you go in with one of the hippies in the fields. We're not shadowing you at Knightsbridge.
But Knightsbridge Academy for Knights is delightful, or denightful, as we say.
Oh, dear God.
No. Take a hit point.
Psst, Beetle.
Yeah, hey, buddy.
You got anything dead?
I mean, yeah, sure. What do you need?
I figured you might have something in one of your jars.
Oh, well, no, they're all alive.
You don't seem to feed them.
How you guys doing?
Beetle, how about you roll an animal handling to see how you're...
Oh, no.
It is a lot of small things to be keeping alive.
That's a 16, motherfuckers.
All right, I'll figure it out on my own. Thanks, Beetle.
No problem, buddy. Next time I see something dead, I'll hand it right over.
Thank you.
I mean, technically, isn't the boatman dead?
Yeah, maybe our buddy here has something.
Can I do a perception to see if he's undead?
I guess a nature?
A nature check. Is anyone better at nature than I am?
I got you. Selene and her elder sibling instinct with Gilbert would be like, what? I'm sorry. Help?
Thanks, Lane. Needed that one.
Sir, are you dead?
I only got an 11, which is sad considering I do well in nature.
Beetle got a 17. Does this thing smell dead?
It does not smell of death distinctly, so it is not undead with a 17.
Even if he was dead, I'm not very well going to grow some fungus on him.
Oh, that's what you wanted to do.
I'm trying to grow the mushrooms that I found in the cave.
Oh.
We're going to propagate them and I'll be able to make more of them. They're useful.
My parents had these mushrooms that they would use in ceremonies sometimes. It sounded wild.
Now that sounds like the good kind of stuff. I might have some in my stock. I'd have to take a look in my bag, but I'm not quite sure. That's something I will have to discuss with the DM at a later time. What does Billowby's supply look like?
What's your stash, man?
Well, Boatman, what's your favorite color? We're trying to get to know each other.
More of a patterns guy.
The boatman's favorite pattern is officially paisley now.
Fuck yeah, the best pattern.
The paisley is,
Like a small paisley on like a blank background.
Now you're talking.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
I mean, it can also be a Paysan, depending what region you're from, or what language you speak, a Paislet or a Paysan.
Gilbert, you know an awful lot about patterns.
You know Gilbert's just talking at his ass right now.
We all believe him.
That's the fun part about these bracers. You guys can't tell when I'm lying.
Except when you tell us that you're lying.
Except when you say stuff that.
Also, Boatman, apologies. That's just kind of the moniker that we've started rolling with. What do you like to be called?
Boatman's fine, I suppose. I generally don't like to be called much of anything.
Okay.
What about Steve?
Steve, I like that. I changed my answer. Call me Steve.
Steve it is. What's up, Steve?
Steve.
Finally, a name we can remember.
What about you, Selene? What's your favorite color?
I am also a fan of blues. I like purples. Any color you'd find like flecked in a moonstone, I'm particularly fond of.
Oh, all right. Lovely. Very nice.
Yeah.
So, Steve, what's your story? Where'd you come from? The monk master had mentioned that she put you up in that cave, so I assume you're not originally from around this area.
I'm from all over, really. Used to hang around the river Styx. That was some time ago. Got swept into the plane of water, got trapped on an island there. Wait a minute, that's how I know you. And points at Charla.
Charla, you know this guy?
We may have smoked some weed together.
Oh, I see.
All right, we're almost there.
Oh, Reggie, what's your favorite color?
Green.
Oh, very noble.
Like a grassy green. What's your favorite color?
Oh, brown. You know.
Rich, earthy.
Most things are colored brown, so.
It's true. Especially in the desert, so we'll get to see a lot of that, I suspect.
There you go. Gilly boy.
Blue.
Mr. Boatman, Steve. Does the name Charon mean anything to you?
Yeah, he was my boss. That was a long time ago.
Gandalf the Grey. That's what they used to call me. That was my name.
Anyone know any good sea shanties?
I sure do.
Oh!
Selene will start, the minute sea shanties are suggested, will immediately start singing sea shanties.
She probably has a lot of, from a lot of different cultures, too.
Oh, the Rattling Bog, the bog down in the valley.
Yeah.
Yes, the fucking Rattling Bog! And in that tree there was a branch, a rare branch, a rattling branch, a branch on a tree, and a tree, and a hole, and a hole, and a bog down in the valley, oh. Fuck yes.
I love it.
The best one.
Reggie starts dancing, too.
The boat starts, tipping.
This was so fun. I think we all really know each other a lot better now.
Indeed.
At least everybody's favorite color.
Right.
And what more do you need to know about a person?
Nothing.
We're all bonded as a party.
Steve, if ever we need to call on you again, is there a way to arrange for that?
Yeah, I'll hang around here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's so nice. Thank you.
So you all, of course, see there is land on the other side. You're approaching, you see the sandy peaks of the high desert. Far less welcoming than the golden, glittering site of the Huzuz on the opposite side of the bay. Lots of barren, sandy cliffs. You are approaching, because you named Jamal Oasis, the boat kind of autopilots towards that direction. You are just approaching kind of a uninhabited beach. It's not really like a town or a dock of any kind. The boat will, as it approaches, still rather quickly, just kind of...
Where are we dropping?
Twisted Towers.
It'll just kind of rush, because it kind of exists in its own little bubble of wind. That bubble of wind will push you a good, 10, 20 yards up onto the sand of the beach away. But that is where the ride will end. You begin the journey on foot, heading west through the high desert. Even in the winter months, this region earns its title as you feel the sweltering late afternoon sun beating down on you. Through an ocean of golden sand dunes, the only irregularity in the desert is the sight of some distant mountains. You know roughly where you are going, the Jamal Oasis, but the journey is unfamiliar and potentially dangerous. We'll say that this map that I'm sharing was perhaps part of the resources you gathered in the library at the Temple of the Tranquil Soul. Who amongst you thinks you might have the map or a map?
I think it would be me.
Yeah, I vote Kai.
Selene and I.
I can't be trusted.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably Kai and I doing our best.
The ones who spent the most time in the library, that makes sense.
And traveling.
I also have navigation tools, so...
Are Kai and Selene the parents of the group? Is that what we decided?
I feel like Kai gets off the boat and he's like ready to navigate by the stars, but it's mid-afternoon. And we're like,
I look up and I'm just like, oh, nothing's there. I'm useless.
That's a big star.
You're Phil Dunphy, essentially.
Excellent. So ultimately, and you can decide who's helping and how, but ultimately I'll need one survival check from one person.
Oh, I got you, buddy. Oh, that's gonna be a
19 plus 8?
You have +8 to survival?
Yeah.
I live outside. I live in a hole.
I was going to say Billowby's up to a +7 in survival, so like samesies.
Well, I have a +0 to survival, so what now?
But you're so strong in other ways.
Well, I have a +9 to persuasion.
Yeah, I have a -2 to persuasion, so...
Selene and Kai are looking at the map and like trying to get accustomed with it, and then Beetle just takes off in a direction very confidently.
Just like it's like when a dog picks up a scent. He's like,
it's this way,
and then just darts off into the desert. You just see a road runner plume behind him.
Well,
what am I looking for?
It's an excellent roll. And with that, you all start heading in what feels like the right direction through the desert here. As some hours pass and you feel, I guess, rather confident that you're going in the right direction.
For whatever reason.
Someone roll for me a D4.
Uh-oh.
I can do it.
Sure.
Yes, you can.
Phil, do it.
Okay, that is a 4.
Okay, yeah. You progress on through the desert, and you haven't seen much, except for, of course, for these mountains that are really far away. You're kind of heading southwest, you can kind of tell on the map, and there are mountains and sand dunes in the distance. But this is the first thing you've really come across. You see, I guess Beetle's leading the way with his passive. What's your passive perception now, Beetle?
23.
I love Beetle.
He makes no sense.
Whether or not you would say anything or inform the party, you would certainly see right away. It looks like ahead a ways, couple hundred meters, you see an object turned on its side, and as you approach, it looks like a caravan, slightly covered by desert storm sand, and it seems to be abandoned.
Reggie, it's one of your travel boxes.
Ooh, well, let us investigate.
What's the marching order?
Reggie's gonna investigate.
All right, sure, yeah. So approach and investigate.
A 6. What does that get me? Any good loot?
Reggie got a splinter.
Quick question about marching orders, because we're walking through the desert. Was Reggie coming up the rear again, or is Billowby like 50 to 100 feet behind everyone at this point?
I think Reggie was gonna go after Beetle.
All right.
Reggie is trying to run in full plate mail in the desert after Beetle.
First of all, I'll say that the travel time here, it's kind of half difficult terrain, because if you've walked through sand before, you know it's not easy. Have you ever walked through sand in full plate armor while the afternoon sun is beating down upon you?
Yeah, I do it all the time.
If you have, then you probably know it might not be easy to find what you're looking for. So maybe you feel the sands, in the joints of your armor already. You're rather distracted. Reggie, you don't see much beyond just there's a big old caravan toppled on its side.
Beetle, I don't find anything. Perhaps you could investigate as well. Oh, there's so much sand in my chainmail. Oh, it's so itchy.
Oh, hey, buddy, I got something for you.
And
cleaned this.
Beetle is just gonna mold earth just underneath Reggie's feet, so he's gonna make the sand firm, but just where Reggie is, so he's like stops slowly sinking down.
I thought you were gonna mold earth the sand out of his armor somehow.
That would be. I do I have gust still?
That'd be pretty interesting.
Oh no.
That sounds like an intense exfoliation.
Just sandpaper ripping through you.
Spot A.
Yeah, I think maybe Beetle just sort of does like a Scrooge McDuck dive just straight into the sand. Like, a fox in the snow when they said something and they just go head first. So you just see like Beetle's like legs kicking as he starts to just dig next to this caravan to like get underneath it and go in from like the other side.
Excellent.
Oh God, sand. I hate water, but I don't think I like sand either.
Ben, is it an open caravan?
Oh yeah, is it like an Oregon Trail wagon? Is it like a cool carriage?
It definitely seems to have had an animal skin top to it that now is rather dilapidated. It's probably been here for some time. And you might notice, Beetle, that there are maybe some like arrow holes in it, like perhaps there was an attack on this at some point.
I don't know how I missed this, guys, but this was definitely attacked.
Ben, can I search for like any weapons or arrows or anything like that?
Sure, yeah.
Reggie's gonna just ready his sword when Beetle is like, this was attacked. He goes, okay, I'm ready.
Slowly continues to sink.
A knight is always prepared for battle. He's just kind of like making swooping gestures with his two-handed greatsword.
Beautiful. Yeah, Kai, you said you wanted to make a roll as well?
Yes, please.
Sure.
Is it investigation?
Yeah, if you want to look for things in particular, like you said, weapons or something like that.
14.
Yeah, with a 14, you don't find any weapons. It looks like this obviously was raided. You know, whoever attacked it was successful. Probably most of the goods are gone. However, between your 14 and probably Beetle literally digging into the sand and being Beetle and perceiving things, perhaps you see Beetle's hand pop out of the sand, holding a jar, not unlike the jars that he already has, except this one, instead of containing insects, it contains a dark molasses type substance.
Beetle, what do you have there?
I don't know. Maybe it's like a gooey bug. Hey in there, hello. I don't know. He's not moving.
We'll bring it over here so we can take a look at it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, let's give it a gander.
Yeah, and he'll scamper on over and hand it, and then is just gonna dive back into the sand for more treasures. Because this has already gone really well. He's already got a brand new jar.
Yeah, if anyone wants to roll on this substance in particular, who might be checking it out.
I'd probably be joining Guy with that.
Can I do a perception check?
Yeah, sure. Either Selene or Gilbert, if you wanted to do perception or nature, maybe.
I'll do nature.
Yeah, your nature's probably better than mine, so you do that.
Yeah, Kaya's just kind of holding up the jar. It's like, anyone have any idea what this is?
It's as dark as my soul.
I got 16.
Yeah, with a 16, you can tell just by the look of it, it looks like honey, basically. Really dark, opaque, almost honey. And if you were to open the jar, you would definitely smell it, and you could be able to taste it as well.
We are in the desert.
Seems really, really good, actually. And how about you roll, Gilbert, a D4?
I will say, is it honey pie time?
Honey pie. Is that a thing?
Honey pie?
That's a 2.
Hear me out. I could even make it into a mead if we want.
That's what I was thinking.
Or if we have a dead body, we can make it'll last forever.
It's also great for medicinal purposes. It has an antimicrobial aspect to it. It never goes bad. If you have any, especially like sores that come up.
Aye, that's true.
It tastes good.
Ooh, and I could make the dead body alive so it can walk around with us.
Gilbert, what?
What?
Stop.
Excuse me, what was that?
Oh, did I not mention that?
I think you failed to mention that, Buddo.
Is that an important detail that I left out?
I think it was an important detail you left out, buddy, yeah.
Just a little bit.
I mean, it's at least fascinating. Please elaborate.
Well, one time.
Oh, no.
I was like, I just thought one time, I'm like, oh, I want someone to hang out with. And then all of a sudden, this dead squirrel starts walking up. And I'm like, oh, hey, squirrely buddy. And then I'm like, oh, shit, you're dead. Okay. And then I realized I can raise things from the dead sometimes.
So can you do it on purpose, or can you only do it on accident?
Both?
Oh, for feck's sake.
Even Beetle is just mouth agape. Even Beetle is like, what?
I think everyone at this point is just turned around, just staring at Gilbert, just like...
So necromancy.
I mean, it's not that hard of a necromantic spell to be casted. I can do it with my mushrooms, but you can only do it by accident. You don't know exactly what you're doing and how you're doing it.
I've done it by accident like a couple times, but now I'm getting pretty good.
Okay.
That's a crazy accident.
Yeah.
It's somewhat concerning, definitely.
Gilbert, I think you're super cool.
Celine.
But
Anyway.
Honey pie.
Moving right along.
Keeping it as medicine or making it in provision sounds like it might be the best plan.
I just hand the honey to Celine.
Great. So a 2. So you'll find 2 large, like pasta sauce sized jars full of this honey.
Is there any sort of like significance to honey in this area? Like, is it a high value good, or is it a normal chill thing to have, just in case we show up to this place and need to like give some sort of like, hey, don't kill us, we need your help.
How about a history check from you, Selene?
Okay. Hey, we like you. Here's honey.
I'd like to look for some bees.
Ooh, that is going to be an 18.
Yeah, so I would say that there's definitely some value to this. Mainly the fact that it's probably just delicious and good in culinary use.
Delicious and good is so cute.
So friends, I have a suggestion. I definitely think we should keep one of these for ourselves, but if we do make it to the Oasis, oftentimes when I'm parlaying between places, it's usually a good idea to not show up empty-handed, so it might be smart to present one of these jars as a, hi, we come in peace, please don't kill us, also we need your help offering.
It's known as liquid gold for a reason.
An excellent idea, Selene.
I mean, because who doesn't like honey?
Beetle is going to think back to all of the times he went somewhere and didn't give anyone anything, as he's still learning, how to be a person. And so he's then going to look at all of his jars and be like,
which one of my guys do you think they'll like the most? I don't want to give them away. Let's not go to the Oasis. Oh, God.
I think the honey will cover it. So you should be okay.
Oh, God.
Can I do a perception check to see if I can tell if there's any connection between, the arrows and stuff like that Kai found, if it's was attacked by cultists or something like that?
Ooh, yeah, who are the makers of the arrows are?
Who are the attackers? Yeah.
Sure, yeah. How about you join Kai and you can roll as well, and I might have a little bit more
investigation?
To share. Sure.
11. I saw nothing.
You don't, you're perhaps looking everywhere for signs of these cultists because your whole existence, right, has actually been, you're finding, your family was this cult, so of course you're going to be looking everywhere for signs of this cult. Nothing of that nature seems to be connected to whatever happened here. I'd say Kai, because you were looking a little bit closely, inspecting maybe the exterior of the caravan. You saw there is a marking of a black bear on part of the exterior. It looks like perhaps something that identifies whoever the people were that were driving this caravan.
Gotcha. Is it just a black bear, the face, or is it just a full-on representation of
It's the full body of it, and it looks like an emblem.
It's the REI bear.
California flag.
That's been worked into the leather top.
I would like to look for bees.
Okay. You want to look for bees?
Yeah, if there's honey.
Do you want to make a new, looking around, you feel like wherever the bees are that made this honey aren't in sight, but how would you look for them?
I'm going bee hunting.
Bee hunting.
I put my ear to the ground.
I would say because you've already rolled a very good survival, you can just continue to use that to feel like if wherever these bees are, they came from where there's life, and you're heading towards, hopefully, an oasis, right?
Water.
So that might be a good place to head. So wherever your instinct was pointing you before you stopped is probably still the right direction.
To the bees!
Not the bees!
No, not the bees!
Ash, quick question for you.
Solid content.
What has Selene been up to since we established what we had as honey?
Just dipping her fucking fingers in the jar.
Yeah, she hoped no one would notice. She's just been drinking it. Now, she put,
It's very Winnie the Pooh of you.
She probably put one more deep in her pack and one more at the top of her pack, so that way, if we end up needing to retrieve it for any reasons, it's easily accessible.
So I'm going to say, while you're rearranging your pack, trying to store this honey, Billowby's going to approach you very timidly. He's kind of eyes at the ground, and he's like, Selene, dearie, do you have a moment?
Yeah, what's up, my guy?
I realize that something what I said might have been a little insensitive. You mentioned something about the elves and how you're part of a group of elves that other elves don't necessarily like, and something along that line, and I kind of was a bit dismissive of what you said, and that was rather rude of me. So I want to take a moment to apologize to you, and I suppose if you ever want to talk about it, I'd be happy to be an ear for you. It'll be good for me to, I suppose, try and understand a little bit more of the world around me.
I appreciate that, Billowby. I mean, honestly, I just have a terrible habit of earnestly believing when people ask me questions. So I was definitely ready to share more. If it comes up, I'm happy to. And, things are complicated everywhere. I can understand it maybe also being an overwhelming thing to even begin to navigate. But yeah, I mean, We're all just trying to understand the world around us a little bit better. It's not easy.
I doubt it isn't.
But maybe when we turn this honey into mead, we could talk.
Oh, no. That sounds like a good plan.
Deal.
Deal.
We're gonna make far too many substances.
Oh, it's gonna be dangerous. It's gonna be fantastic.
Beetle can be your guinea pig.
Our control group.
Your control group.
Our fermenting vessel.
Because I'd be like, that might be too strong.
Hell yeah.
Can I make a perception check to look around to see if anybody's watching us?
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, this seems like it might have been an ambush.
Like, yeah, do we see any sand people like glinting in the distance?
Reggie's gonna run up to Kai and be like, I'll protect you, my lord.
Captain, I'm fine, but okay. I just start looking around to make sure that no one's around watching us.
Sure.
Reggie just keeps spinning around in the sand.
She's like he's like making a track around me.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a 15.
Yeah, with a 15, you take your time and you gaze along the horizon in every direction, and you don't see anyone, that's for sure. This is a strange terrain, and if there are people who are more familiar with it than you, perhaps they're aware of your presence, but nothing to actually make you believe that you've been detected or anyone's watching you.
Captain, I think we're all good.
Righto.
Still spinning around.
Yep.
And stops.
It's like when what's his face Link does that, like you press Y for a really long time and he spins around in a circle. That's what Reggie was doing on a slower level.
Or his up B in Smash.
Yeah.
Up B.
Beetle is just going to be casually trying to summon sandworms.
Stepping rhythmically to attract the worms.
Exactly. Not doing the sand walk. Just Shai Halud.
Roll an animal handling.
Yes! Oh my god! Oh, dreams do come true!
What is a sandworm CR?
Oh no. It's 12.
No disturbance in the sand that would alarm you to the presence of a giant sandworm.
Damn it!
All right, well, if we seem to have gotten all we need out of this caravan, should we probably head out before we burn too much more daylight?
Let's do it.
Agreed.
And more skin. This is awful.
I feel like it might be better if we travel at night though, so it's cooler.
Totally. Yeah, should we all just sleep?
Well, it depends on a few things. Sometimes that could be more dangerous because it can get quite cold. But I guess moving your body maybe would help. How far away do we think we are from the oasis is my question.
Deary, you're the one with the map.
Oh, yeah.
Can I see if I can gauge where we are?
Sure. How about Selene? How about you holding the map? Try to gauge that with another survival check.
Can I also assist with my navigation tools?
Sure.
You now have advantage.
I love that he just has a whole bag of just, astral, like the weird little walkie thingy.
Yeah.
The compass.
Astrolabe.
What am I rolling?
Let's say survival with advantage because you get to use Kai's navigation tools.
Bless you, because that is a 6 and a 17 plus 5, so we're going to take the 22.
Yes.
With a 22, you look at the map and you say, oh, look, someone drew this collapsed caravan on the map.
It's been here for so long.
Wait a minute, this is...
Honey's been sitting here an awfully long time then.
Maybe it's already fermented. I'm more trying to gauge, like, the distance from the shore to...
You know with this good roll that you probably only have a few more hours before you reach the Jamal Oasis. It's getting later in the afternoon. You probably would reach the Jamal Oasis by evening, which is like 7 o'clock. Still definitely some sunshine, even in the winter here in the desert.
Do you think we should camp here by the caravan, or do you think we should move a little bit more towards Jamal?
I feel like we should continue on to Jamal, purely because the caravan was attacked out here, and haste might be our best option.
Aye.
So I say we continue on.
We don't know what else could be out here.
And he keeps just banging on the sand.
Beetle, what are you doing that for? You just keep going.
Oh, just trying out the new terrain, getting it in my skin.
If anything, we can always just camp right outside the oasis. I'm sure that they would not have qualms about that.
They might even have an inn or something for travelers.
Exactly.
That is true.
I feel like if you're the only oasis in the desert, you're used to travelers.
And we have the message from Charla Khan, correct? Right, with having to go speak to the
guy. Oh yeah, let's remember his name before we get to town.
He flips in his notebook.
What is his name again?
I got it.
Najib bin Kamal Assad?
Yeah, Najib bin Kamal al-Assad.
Yes.
Of the House of the Lion.
Look at us go, taking notes.
I'm so proud of all of us.
He is one of the 5 signatories of the 6 pieces of the order.
Oh yeah, the keepers. Right.
Yeah. Sick.
Cool.
All right, onward, fellow companions.
Let's do it.
Let us go.
Beetle says.
Right on.
Reggie points his sword and walks this way and then slides in the sand. Oh no, Beetle!
Yeah, Beetle will just keep molding earth underneath you like Magneto getting out of his prison. The discs.
The floating prison, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll just keep doing that so you can move normally.
Thank you.
Actually, can I just make it so we're all on one of those conveyor belts at the airport?
Yes.
And so we're all it's all just sort of sliding the sand along. So Billowby starts getting behind and I just rush the sand a little bit more underneath him so he catches up.
Beetle, since mold earth can do a lot of things, but the sand is really difficult to actually get to behave. How about you roll a check in addition to just using the spell to see if you actually achieve this?
Sure.
Since it's your spell casting, how about a wisdom check of 20 to actually get this effect the way you want it to work?
Well, I got a 9.
9.
Yeah, you try to do what you want to do, but more so you're just kind of sloshing sand on people's feet, and it's probably not helping.
Reducing our speed.
I'm just making it quicksand.
Yeah.
Beetle, can you stop?
Oh, sure. Oh, sorry, guys. Sorry. I was just...
Beetle, it's up to my damn beard.
Precipitation.
I've just never been in the desert before.
Can someone help me here? I'm a little stuck. I'm uppies, somebody help.
Yeah, Reggie bends down and goes here you go, my lord.
All right, thank you, Reggie.
Celine already walked off. Celine was all right, this way, 2 hours.
Yes.
And then we're all still, she's half a mile. She's Gilbert, what are they doing back there?
I turn around and I'm wait, oh god, shit, hi!
I don't know what's going on.
Just frozen in place.
Just stuck in the sand.
Just stuck in the sand.
Gilbert's in the back kicking a rock somewhere.
Oh, Gilbert! We'll get you a friend, buddy.
Oh.
Maybe there'll be another 14-year-old boy at this oasis you can play with.
We don't know how old Gilbert is, do we?
I mean, if you don't, we definitely don't.
How about someone do a nature check?
Sure, I'll do a nature check. So this is to figure
Let's
out
all smell this kid.
how old he's presenting as in his new body, correct?
Right.
Okay.
Should we cut him open and count the rings like a tree?
That's an 11.
You're not super familiar with a lot of races, are you, Billowby? I mean,
nope.
This is a Kalashtar, which looks human-ish. He looks like a teenager human, 15 to 20.
You're 250. Everyone looks young to you. You're I don't know.
Well, older than 250. The last time I kept track was 250.
Oh, God. You're so old.
So how's your back doing, old man?
Was better before the sand started effing with me.
But when Reggie picked him up, it kind of popped it right back into place. It cracked it.
Also, your sciatic is acting up?
That also, it makes sense because Reggie was the one to be should we start a massage train? So Reggie knows about the physical body and how to fix it.
Can I see if there's any dead bodies around?
Excuse me?
Are you trying to sort of tap into your own dark magic to see if you can feel the presence of death around you, or are you looking around for corpses?
Let's go with the second.
Then how about an investigation?
Oh god, that was bad. That was a 7.
We're in the desert. It'll be a skeleton for sure.
Or jerky.
There's too much sand out here.
I hate this place.
Shall we sing some songs to make the time go faster?
Yeah!
I will say the desert is a lot better at night.
Selene!
desert song.
I can start playing music for us as we walk it along.
Yeah.
From the merry month of June, from the holy party, that the girls are doomed, nearly broken hearted.
Bard check.
Yeah, what's Celine's song?
Yeah, let's see.
Walking on the sand, do 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 do.
Walking on the sand, do 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 do.
Oh my god.
The stars of Huzuz is the Huzuz for you and me.
Deep in the heart of the desert.
Take it away, Penny.
It's Jamal Oasis.
Jamal Oasis. This is beautiful.
That passed at least an hour.
At least.
Thank you for spending this at least an hour with us. We hope you enjoyed this episode of The Stars of Huzuz, brought to you by the Troubadours. Tune in next time to see what happens on the adventure.